What's going on, everybody? Mike here at Spare Change Garage, and no better way to start the video with me broke down. So I've been trying to film this video, by the way. I've actually been driving this car. This was the cheapest Gbody on Marketplace, I swear. It ran and drive at one point in time, but you know, sometimes these projects, they leave you stranded. Things happen. Can't make it up, so this is how we're gonna start the video. Pretty much over the video, we're gonna go over everything I did to it to get it running and driving. The issue that just happened to me now was the belt snapped, and yeah, bad deal. I got another belt on the way. Ironically, I was close to an AutoZone that's closed because it's like 11 at night, and my buddy, he pulled me from that light to over here, and the wife, she went back to get the tools, or not the tools, but the extra belt I actually had sitting at home. And yeah, so this is how we're gonna start it out. Me breaking down and me telling you guys why it's awesome and such a cool car in his next clip. By the way though, things like this happen all the time when you guys buy projects. This is why it's good to learn how to work on stuff yourself. But it's always when I'm in like decent, nice clothes and I gotta get dirty, and it's always something. But that's the fun of the car world, is just learning how to work on them and working on them yourself. So when things like this happen, you're prepared. Right here in all of its glory, as you guys see, this is a 1983 OLDSMOBILE Cutlass. Then to the price and everything, we'll go over everything I've done to it, how much money I got into it so far. I've made this video about 3 times. It's always been windy. The last video got messed up. My microphone messed up. But yeah, we're gonna dive into everything I've done to it, what I had to do to get it running, and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and review the car real quick. When I got it, the door panels weren't on. I didn't finish doing all that, but I put the door panels back on. The interior ain't too bad. I put these gauges in here too. I went ahead and did that from O'Reilly's, something like that. The car was down to bare metal, and a guy just threw some primer on it, so I definitely got to attend to that ASAP. I think we're going to do a budget style build on here. That windshield's cracked, has a couple things that need to be addressed, but to get it running, I had to replace the distributor cap. The rotor button inside was actually destroyed, and I got new spark plugs, wires, like everything for it. I just haven't put them on yet. It is open header, so it's loud and crazy, but it cruises pretty good. Oh, and I had to replace the fuel pump on here. I put a new radiator off of Amazon. That was $150, and so far so good. I put a new thermostat, gasket, cleaned the carburetor on it, and that was pretty much it to get it running and driving. Oh, I had to put a transmission fluid. That line down there was popped because when I first started it, it wouldn't move. Then to make everything look better, when I first got it, it didn't have the bumper on there. I put that back on, and I put LED headlights. The taillights didn't work. All I had to do is change out the bulbs. Oh, I think the plans with this car is to build like a cool hot rod or something like that for under 3,000. Yes, it's a 307 Olds, which is gutless. It has a turbo 350 transmission, and I mean, it rides pretty good. It's, like I said, it's pretty gutless. Not a lot of people do anything to these 307s. And I bought the crossover from O'Reilly's. I just got to go pick it up. But I'm thinking about cutting these headers up and making my own. They don't sell a lot of parts for the old 307, I noticed, like aftermarket stuff. And I do want to do exhaust on here for sure. So like the cons of the car, I guess, is these little spots right here. Sorry if there's wind noise. Pretty sure somebody didn't finish it out. I know on like these underneath the vinyl top they put on here, they don't finish them out. That's why that happens. But I got one little rust hole right there. Other than that, other than the dents, the body ain't too bad. We're gonna start it up. I haven't started it in like 2 days. We're gonna go for a little drive, and we're gonna talk about how much I got into this to make it the cheapest Gbody on Marketplace. So I am pretty much making this video nice and short for you guys. I want you guys to stay entertained. I don't want to make it too long and boring. I think that's been a problem with like my past videos, but I do want to let everybody know now, I appreciate all my new subscribers that I got. And yes, I did delete TikTok, you guys. I only got Instagram and Facebook, then YouTube, everything under Spare Change Garage. But I'm no longer doing TikTok. I have no plans to do TikTok in the future. I'm just cutting all ties with TikTok. So if you guys follow me off TikTok, now you know. TikTok just wasn't my thing. Now there's a loud plane as I roll these windows down. All right, we're gonna do first startup in a couple days and see how this thing goes. Then once we do this test drive, I'll tell you guys how much I got into it so far, how much I paid for it, and all that good stuff. So you just got to do, you know, the little okey doke, little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pumps, and look at that. First start of the day too. First start in a couple days. Let it warm up for a couple seconds. The automatic choke does work, but I took out like that high idle thing, like all the emission stuff pretty much. I took all that crap off the carburetor. As you hear, it is pretty loud, but it ain't too bad. All right, let's get going. Sorry about the cracked windshield, you guys, you know. It's gonna blur it out a little bit. Y'all get to see my hand for this part. It stops pretty good, no issues with the brakes. Luckily, I didn't have to do that. The car sat for like 10 years, by the way. I did leave it out. I made this video multiple times. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. So I'm sorry if it's like a little more blah this time. Once you do this so many times, you know, you start losing that little motivation kick. But yeah, this thing's a little ripper, man. Little TLC, and I had it running and driving just fine. And honestly, out of the Gbodies, the Cutlass is one of my favorites. Not even gonna lie to you guys. Turn the volume all the way up. Hear these open headers. Listen now, all that might. That's the might of a 307 Olds right there, baby. Olds rocket right there. I wish it at least had like an Olds 350 in it. That would be pretty sick right there. This is my first video in a while too. It's currently Sunday and I'll be dropping it today. This thing rides. Like I said, it's a little loud, but she rides pretty good, man. It idles good. Good oil pressure. You know, it says check engine. I checked, there's an engine. All right, let's get into the part that I'm sure... Actually, hold on one second. Let's see something. Old Faithful, don't prove me wrong here with this one. Look at that. Yes, sir. Anyway, to the point to where everybody's probably gonna be like, how is it the cheapest Gbody? Let's see how much he paid for it. I paid $1,500 for this car right here. The guy was asking $3,000, which I think was kind of steep. It was non-running. All the trim that you guys see missing is in the trunk. I got to use a screwdriver to get in the trunk, by the way. But that's like the main key. Everything else works. It's just the trunk. But anyway, he was asking $3,000. I just sold the El Camino, and I was like, you know what? Let me try to lowball this guy just a little bit. I was just about to buy something, and he messaged me back. He's like, $1,500 must be the lucky number. Come get it. So I hit up my buddy Pit Stop because it was here in town, and it was like 3 miles away. And I was like, hey, can you pull me to the house? And we used his Yukon, which it was sketchy. It was a sketchy deal. It was wet out, humidity. The windows on this car wouldn't roll down. None of the lights worked at the time. It was just a mess. We ended up getting it to the house though, safely. And then I did find out that one of the wheels were loose, because I told him, I was like, it feels like it's wobbling. And I'll put a video in right now of me sending him a message talking about, hey, dude, the freaking wheel was loose. Due to some foul language, I will just do a voiceover. I'm like, bro, freaking look at these lug nuts. They're all loose. We could have totally died on the way back, or at least I could have. It could have been a bad deal, but that's wild. So after that, once I got home, I got straight to work. I seen if it had spark. It didn't. I thought it might have been a power. I tested the power. It was good. And I ended up pulling the distributor cap off. The rotor button was like disintegrated. Distributor cap start falling apart, all that stuff. So I went through that, got spark, and used brake parts cleaner, and it started right up. So once I seen it start up, I took the fuel line. I ran it to a gas can because I wasn't sure about the gas tank. The guy was like, it needs fuel lines ran. I don't know what he had going on. Everything he said in the ad was just very inaccurate, just saying. But I'm pretty sure the car sat for like 10 years. The last time it was plated was in 2015, which I found the plate in the trunk. But I went and ran it. Nothing like happened. I replaced the mechanical fuel pump, started right up after I cleaned the carburetor, of course. Then I honestly took a gamble and I just put gas in a gas tank and ran the line back to normal, and everything worked. So $1,500 for the car. I bought everything for a tune-up, the rotary cap. I got spark plugs I still need to put in, spark plug wires, all that good stuff. Let's say that's $100 for all that stuff. The radiator was $150, so $1,750 so far. I bought like a crossover for the exhaust, but I don't know if I'm going to use it, so I might return that. But that was $30. I got the LED headlights for free. The bulbs are like a couple bucks. So all in all, with the gauges and everything, I probably got like $2,000 into this car. So for $2,000, which I didn't even have to do everything that I did, by the way. Some things are optional. So for $2,000, I'd say that's a pretty decent budget. So far, I got $1,000 more I want to go in on this car to make it look good, because I do want to do cruise the coast. So for less than $2,500, I should say at that point, I got a running and driving Gbody. I could have done it a little bit cheaper, which you could have too, if you would have bought it for $1,500. And that's why I say it's the cheapest one on there that runs and drives. I didn't get it running and driving. I got it running and driving, thanks to my knowledge, I guess. Whatever's there anyway. But you guys could do this too at home. So you could have like a cool car like this for that price. I know like the car market is crazy. Everything's expensive. Some people don't think they could build cars right now. I'm just showing you guys you can still do this on a budget and actually have something decent. Now, is it the cleanest car in the world? No, it's dings, dents, but it's still a cool cruiser. It's a Gbody. At the end of the day, it's an OLDSMOBILE CUTLASS. A lot of people love them. It's still a cool ride to go ride around in, I think, anyway. I've been enjoying driving it around for the last week. But I've seen a lot of these on there, like rollers, going for about $3 or $4 grand. I don't know where you guys are at, but where I'm at, this is a heck of a deal. $1,500 for a car like this is insane. So I'm taking it as the cheapest Gbody on Marketplace. But like I was telling you guys earlier, I'm going to go ahead and keep this video nice, short, straight to the point. We'll do a little series on this car. If it sticks around, you guys know I've been wheeling and dealing a lot, doing some trades behind the scenes. But I did all the work behind the scenes so far. Like I said, I still got to do the tune up and everything. I'm not going to do that on camera though, because I don't want to bore you guys and oversaturate videos of like the same thing when you guys could go watch a million other ones on YouTube of it. I've noticed a lot of you guys like straight to the point stuff. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to focus on this channel. We're going to get it going. Appreciate everybody. Like always, like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, everybody have a great one. Thanks for watching.